Hi, this is Sergeant Fontaine, the Retirement Services Officer and RPM Manager for the state of Vermont. Just want to say welcome home and feel free to ask me any questions after this briefing. Today we're just going to touch on all of these different things. I will make it brief, but I want to just give you an overview of information. The first thing is the different retirement plans. Depending on when you came into the military, you will fall under a different retirement plan. These are the three main ones that we have currently. The I-3 Legacy Plan is the most common right now for our service members, so most of you probably fall under this one. Basically what it means is your retirement pay will be based off of your highest 36 months of pay. Next one is the blended retirement system. All new accessions after January 1st of 2018 are automatically enrolled, but most of you, depending how many years of service you have, were given the option to switch into the blended retirement system. There are a couple big differences between BRS with the high 3, and two of the biggest ones are your multiplier is a little bit lower. However, if you did switch into BRS or were automatically enrolled into it, you do get an automatic 1% contribution to your TSP and up to 4% of government matching. The easiest way to calculate your retired pay is to go onto the My Army Benefits website and go to their retirement calculator. It's pretty accurate for the current year. I like to show soldiers that tool because then it kind of teaches you how to fish and you can go on it later on in your career. Or you can obviously contact me and I will walk you through the steps. Your 20-year letter and reserve component survivor benefits. So depending how far along you are in your career, you may already have your 20-year letter, but if not, basically what that means is you're guaranteed a retirement. And with that 20-year letter, you get to make a decision about the reserve component survivor benefit plan. And basically what that is, if you pass away between the time you get your 20-year letter and age 60 when you get to collect retirement, there are survivor benefits for that family member, spouse, and or children. The costs of this don't start up until you hit 60. It's kind of like car insurance. Once you hit 60, because you didn't pass away, that's when you start to pay. When and how to file for retirement. So when you reach age 60 or your retirement eligibility date, which I'll go into on the next couple of slides about early retirement, basically right now, 9 months before that date, HRC asks that you submit your retirement application. That's a big part of what I do for my job is I sit down with prior service members and fill out all their retirement paperwork with them and make sure everything is good to go and explain it all. If you decide to stay in until 60 or your retirement eligibility date, then you should keep drilling and everything, but you'll want to let me know as soon as you have decided to retire because the paperwork, we can do it ahead of time. Unfortunately, we can't submit it to HRC until you reach that point, but it's good to have all of the information right and all of the knowledge. If you are AGR, you do your out processing through HRO and the transition center such as West Point or Fort Drum. Early retirement. So for every 90 days of qualifying active duty time, you will receive 90 days of early retirement draw. And it has to be a full 90-day period. When you do go to collect your retired pay, you have to submit your DD-214 and the mobilization orders. Early pay only, so you are ineligible for the inexpensive TRICARE until age 60, but you can collect your retired pay up to 10 years early. This current deployment that you went on, if you did the full February 2019 through March 2020, it qualifies you for 1 full year of early retirement. So you would be able to retire, collect your retired pay at age 59. TRICARE during retirement. So if you decide to get out at age 52, between then and age 60, right now TRICARE retired reserve is actually, it's fairly expensive. For an individual, it's $450 a month basically, and for a family, it's over $1,000 a month. So it's not the most financially lucrative plan, but it does exist if that's the only option you have. When you reach age 60, that's where the money is. So from 60 to 65, you're eligible for TRICARE Prime and the U.S. Family Health Plan, which is Martin's Point in our region. I know some of you may have been on Martin's Point as a family member during the deployment. Right now, the premium for those is about $25 a month for an individual and about $50 a month for a family. So that's between 60 and 65. And you are also eligible for TRICARE Select. Now, TRICARE Select has no monthly premiums. However, it does have higher deductibles and co-pays and cost shares. Now, once you hit 65 or become Medicare eligible, you are entitled to TRICARE for life. So you get Medicare Part A and B, and then you automatically get TRICARE for life, which has no monthly premium. It's basically wraparound coverage that takes care of everything that Medicare doesn't, including prescriptions. So you do not need you don't need Medicare Part D, their prescription plan. Basically takes place of any type of supplemental that you would see on an infomercial or get mailers for. Dental and vision insurance at retirement. You basically are eligible for dental and vision through benefeds.com. It's through the Federal Employee Dental Vision Insurance Program. There are about 10 different dental plans to pick from and probably 4 or 5 different vision plans you can choose from. You're eligible for dental no matter what. However, for vision, you have to have a TRICARE health medical insurance plan. Vision coverage, as an AGR, your family can enroll into it currently. And an MDay, same thing. If you're under TRICARE Reserve Select, your family and yourself can enroll. Retirement point statement. So I just want to touch on what the RPM statement is. It's either an NGB 23 Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie. It's important that you understand your NGB 23 and report the errors as soon as you can. Really, that's because the fixes to it can take a little bit of research, and the longer you wait to report that error, the longer it can take to fix. Your points come from active duty service and inactive duty service. So during that deployment, you were earning 1 point per day. Typical drill is 4 UDAs, so that's 4 points, and so on and so forth. Just a reminder, it does take 50 points to get a good retirement year. So you automatically get 15 membership points every year just for wearing the uniform. But just remember that you have to hit that 50 points or it doesn't count as a year for your retirement, which could be the difference between hitting your 20 full years. Online resources. These are some resources that I share with my retirees when they come in to do their paperwork with me. It is important to create a DS logon because that gives you access to things like Mill Connect, My Army Benefits, your TRICARE, things like that. And it's a lot easier to create that when you have your Common Access card. So I recommend you create one before you retire. MyPay, as a retiree, you still utilize MyPay for all of your pay documents, your tax documents, and everything like that. So it's really important that you make sure you know your username and password for MyPay, because when you get out, you will turn in that Common Access card and no longer have chip access to MyPay. TRICARE, obviously, where you can go for your health insurance. Both the Soldier for Life website and the My Army Benefits website are really helpful. They have really great resources. My Army Benefits has a map of the United States, and you can click on any state, and it tells you all the different benefits that that state has for veterans or military members. If you're deciding, where you're going to move in retirement, it doesn't hurt to go onto that website and kind of see what's out there for that state that you're thinking of. This is just my contact information. My office is right next to the ID card office at Camp Johnson in the main Green Mountain Armory. There's my phone number and email though. And then I did also include the financial counselor's information, Megan, and I would recommend reaching out to her. She's super knowledgeable. Our financial counselor is free of charge for National Guard members and their families. So, while you're coming back, if you're trying to figure out your new finances, if you've, reverted back to MDay, especially right now with all the COVID-19 stuff going on, it wouldn't hurt to reach out to Megan for guidance. So now when we are on the teleconference, I'm going to open it up for questions. Thank you.